Hello, is it recording? Yeah. Hello and welcome to this video about trauma. I didn't know that any trauma needs to be fixed. Childhood traumas, teenagehood traumas, adulthood traumas, every kind of trauma needs to be fixed. Period. I didn't know that. So I went into teenagehood and adulthood and motherhood with unreleased, unresolved, unfixed traumas. The thing with trauma is that the most of us are actually dealing with, everybody has an experience with trauma. But some people, and actually I need all my papers here because I have like 100 pages of notes about adverse childhood experiences, trauma, CPTSD, ADHD, everything, because 2 years ago I realized that my life has been one big reaction to bad communication strategies, because I can never tell if a people is a narcissist or is a person with narcissistic NPD, narcissistic personal disorder. I don't know that, but I know that the bad communicative strategies that these kind of people are using has a crucial like a bad consequences for us who experiences these bad communicative strategies. And one of the bad communicative strategy that can give a trauma is not to see the other person as who they are and what they experienced. So if you go to your near relation and you tell them this was really bad for me, and they're like, that can actually give you a trauma. Wow. So a trauma comes or arrives, or you experience a trauma when you have one or more experiences and you don't know how to deal with these experiences. So two people can have the same experience, but one know how to deal with it and the other one doesn't know it. The one who doesn't know it get a trauma. It's so stupid. But if you break a leg, everybody can see you have a trauma in your leg and it needs to be fixed. But if you tell people this is really traumatizing, I'm shocked. I remember I was in 2018, I was at a cafe with 1 year relation and her friend, and they were having an intervention on me. What do you want to do in life if everything was possible? I'm like, but you don't get it, guys. I have a trauma. I don't want to do anything. I don't have any future. That's what trauma people experience. Is there a fly up there? No, it's a hole in the wall. But the problem with trauma is when I sat there traumatized, and my near relation and her friend, and they had an appointment of questioning me these things because they wanted me to get up on the horse after being gaslit with a 6-month-old baby with me. But one trauma repeats the other traumas, because when you just have one trauma and you didn't know how to deal with it because you didn't know it was a trauma, then it's so much easier for you to get new traumas. And then there's a complex trauma, and that is when more or chronic, prolonged, not healthy traumatic experiences like sexually abused, physical abuse, war, and bad communicative strategies. Because bad communicative strategies can actually give you a trauma because you are not seen as the person you are when people use these. You are not taken seriously, your time is not taken seriously, and that creates trauma because you are not seen and valued as the person you are. And that's why it's really, really, really important to stay away from people who laughs at your dreams, who try to diminish the pain inside you by saying, get over it, it's just an experience. Why don't you just, and then they follow up with something stupid. um, then you could actually be a victim of trauma because other people uses this kind of communication on you. And I had been that kind of victim. Future faking is a part of gaslighting, blame shifting, scapegoating, gray rocking, discarding, all of these kind of communicate, because it's all communication, it's signals. Everything we do is kind of communication. When I talk to you like that, it's because I want to meet, I'm really like, it's a signal of me being really, really eager to tell you about this so you don't get into the same problems that I did. I'm 44 years old and I should have known about this when I was 14. I asked for help when I was 14 years old, but nobody took me serious. And actually, I've been struggling for 30 years until for 2 years ago, I'm still struggling, but now I know why. And then I asked for help in my new relations. And you know what? They disappeared. Which means they are part of the problem too. It's of course really, really hurtful inside my body, but I can't do anything. It's a pattern. It's a communicative pattern. It's difficult for everybody to get out of communicative patterns because they are like in your head. So if you're used to talk to somebody in a special way, then try to figure out if that person actually like when you talk like that. My son said to me one day, "Hey, mommy, you're looking so angry all the time." I was like, "Whoa, it's true." So I walk around practicing looking like this. When I have to say something, I was like, "Can you please listen to me?" instead of. So we all need to do something about our communication, but especially if we receive communication that can traumatize us. If you're a person who traumatizes other people by your communication and you don't know, then you also have a possibility to step up. Some people think it's okay what they're doing. I know people who say, "Yeah, but people talk to me like that." Yeah, but I still don't like it. Yeah, but people talk to me like that, so you have to take it too. And actually, I don't remember, I have not lived with a disease in my body. And 13 years ago, I got so sick that I couldn't carry my groceries home from the grocery shop. And I was a girl doing fitness and weights and stuff. And one day home from training or exercising, or what you call it in English, I couldn't lift my arms. After exercise, I went to the grocery shop. I shopped as I always do. I go out of the shop with the 2 bags in my hands, and I cannot carry them. And from that time, I cannot carry anything. If I hold this in my hand for more than 5 minutes, the pain in my finger starts to, even before 5 minutes, I start having really, really big pain in my hands. Actually, I have a big pain in my left hand now because I sat with my phone. Overload of trauma causes toxification, and I am a living proof of that, but I'm also a living proof that you can survive, you can get a master's degree, and you can get rid of all this shit. Sorry, my language. You can get rid of all the people who think it's okay to continue bullying, gaslighting, and not taking other people's values and needs into account. Stay away from these kind of people and you will get better soon. Thank you so much for listening. I'm totally new on doing. I have been on YouTube, I don't know for how many years. I just didn't know my voice. I think I have found it now, and I will continue talking about how your feelings relates to your physical symptoms in your body, and how bad communicative strategies affect you more than nobody knows about. A lot of people do, but not enough people. So thank you for liking. Thank you. If you want to know more about this, you can follow me and I'll put on more stuff. Or if you want to know something about a disease you have that you don't have any good idea why, let me know in the comments and I'll check up all my notes and my books and my oils and everything and I'll get back to you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.